Good morning, Aries! What's up, my people? My wild pack! Boop, boop, boop. Good morning. Who's out there this morning? Next month career meeting. Well, hi, Savvy. Nice to know you. Good morning. How are you? We're fine. Dang, it's going to be like that already on a Monday morning. Hey, y'all. Ooh, can you hear me? Tell me y'all can hear me. You don't even know. Good morning, Ma. Good morning, Teapot. Alpha America 1. Good morning. Lily, I know you're talking to me. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. We can hear you. Good morning to all of the newcomers. And good morning to all of the longtime subscribers and people who hang around. We love you. You know we do. Grand raising. You ain't lying. It's all kind of grand up a her this morning. Of course, thank you. Loud and clear. I have officially opened for business. Lots of steps. Yay! Little C, big C. Good morning, Keith. Ooh, Keith, I owe you a text. Actually, I owe y'all a bunch of stuff. How was it? Listen, I'm sorry I bailed on y'all on Friday. I just couldn't, as Amy will attest. There wasn't a chance in HE double hockey sticks I could get to the live on Friday. But who got rest over the weekend? Who had a great I want to say Samhain because I'm already down the road with Halloween, but who had a great fall equinox and full moon? That's a normal morning, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Many thanks to Teapot and to Amy for coming on here and watching out for us. We really appreciate it. As always, it would be super helpful if you all would like this video when it's happening. Maybon, yes. And share, that would be super awesome. I have it in my little head. We're going to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I don't know why that's important, just because I want to, and really for no other reason other than the more people that see the animal work, the more. And, ooh, a girls' weekend, slept outside. Ooh, Amanda, I hope there were bonfires and spiked hot cocoa in all of that magic that y'all were creating up there in the woods. Okay. Oh, Keith, back to work. Yikes. Okay. Savi, honey, that's not how it works here. So let me just explain. Welcome. I see your name for the first time. I see you want a reading. That's not what's happening here. That doesn't happen on my channel like that. Today we're talking about money and only money. And we're talking about abundance. We're talking about your fears about money. I'm doing readings on career. I'm doing readings on anything you want to know about finance. Here's what, hey, good morning, Dawn. There's some kind of ruckus going on. There is some kind of ruckus going on one side of my office. I don't know what it is, but let me also announce, when you see the scammers have actually gotten pretty good. They seem to have gone away a bit. But if somebody is hitting you up in the chat and somebody is hitting you up in the chat and they're wanting you to inbox them for a reading, that ain't none of my people, as we say down here in the South. They're scammers. Move along unless you want to be scammed, and I will hopefully see them immediately and block them. And, oh, I'm glad you had a wonderful Maybon. Yay! It's like there's a wild rabbit somewhere in my office. Okay. Uh-oh. Wonderful. Lost my job last night, but I have no fear. You didn't lose it? Tyler, you did not lose your job. You did not. They might have set you free. They might have cut you loose, but you did not lose anything. Remember, we are programmed from the time we are born to find those things that we have lost. And in school, and a lot of parents do this, you know, siblings, other people, if you lose your cell phone or you lose your this or you're losing that or whatever, you get shamed for it. You get punished for it, right? So we have this thing in our brains where when we've lost something, we start punishing ourselves, and it brings up all, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, there's all this subconscious and even conscious, oh my God, I gotta find it. You don't need none of that job. No, you do not. So I would write them a thank you note and say, thank you for cutting me loose. Just because, Tyler, what I'm feeling for you this morning, just let me give you a freebie before we start. before we start going in the way that we're going to do this morning. And by the way, I can only stay till 10. I apologize. Well, I don't really apologize, because actually what I have to do at 10 is going to be better for everybody, and I will I will tell you what that is in 2 seconds. So whatever you were doing, Tyler, I don't feel like you're going to be doing that in the next job, that same function, and you're going to be a lot happier, a lot happier. Okay, so the other thing that I want to announce is that I'm not kidding. I'm not answering yes or no questions. I don't. It is not helpful for you if I answer a yes or no question. It's not. You don't get the full picture. And yes or no questions are so open-ended and lefted to interpretation. Oh, I think I still have some of my world-famous sangria left in my veins from Friday, of which there was quite a bit. But in any event, we don't, yes and no, it's too open-ended, and it's too open-ended. So please, if you're going to phrase your question, ask me a very specific question so I can give you a very specific answer. And let me just say this, looky up a her, look at that. That's my bear ring that I couldn't find for almost 2 weeks. And then this morning, I almost couldn't find my my matching, because I'm all about the Vanna White matching, right? My matching bear bracelet. Now, why that matters is these are kind of like my Wonder Woman cuffs, you know, Wonder Woman, dun, 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 dun. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so that said, Apurva, welcome to my channel. That is a yes or no question. I do not answer yes or no questions. And good morning. How are you? Manners matter on my channel. If you're going to pop up on my channel and demand that I answer you about something, at least say good morning. How are you? Thank you for letting me be here. Some kind of manners. Please do that. I'm not playing those games. And I'm going to keep announcing that more and more and more. I will tell you why. For many, 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 many reasons. But that's, it's a teachable moment from a mama bear. Anyway, okay. So let me just say, here's the story. Amy, listen to this craziness. So Amy's in and out of my house all the time. Amy has looked for this ring, couldn't find it. I usually keep my favorite jewelry on these beautiful little stone carved bowls on my desk. Couldn't find it. Y'all, I emptied that dang bowl 150 times. No joke. You don't even know, because I'm like, it's got to be in there. It's only ever in there. This morning, I'm like, I said to myself, because I sent an email this morning that was one of the best emails I've ever had, meaning it made me very happy. And it released a whole bunch of weight that had been hanging, not really weight, but I just needed to get rid of that energy, right? And so my fingers felt like, yay! And I thought, you know, I know that ring is here. I know it's here. And sure enough, I went over to that bowl, and there it sat, right in the bowl. I've looked there 150 times, but there it was. It was craziness. So all of that said, Apurva. No, there's your answer. No, you can't have a card. You've got to ask a question about finance. Okay, so all that being said, then I couldn't find my wrist thing, and I thought, well, that kind of makes sense, because what the Set Myself Free email I got to send this morning really did take the bonds, the shackles that I had put on myself off of me, and poof, there it was. Okay, so here's what I want to say to y'all. I know it was MIA for a lot of last week, but y'all, I'm telling you, I'm stating Dawn, by the way, good morning, and let me just also say thank you. You got my wheels a spinning. We're going to be past 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's it. I don't know how many of you guys heard this, but I shared this last week, I think. I have been called to create the largest metaphysical teaching channel on the internet. And it's going to teach about all the things that I know about. I'm bringing other teachers on because wisdom should be free. And so, like, if it's psychic development, it'll be a psychic development, you know, bank of 6 classes that are free. If it is a bank of tarot, it'll be free. It'll be free. And I've had my head, for those of you that are thinking about producing your own video or whatever, let me just tell you, I bought a subscription to Camtasia, C-A-M-T-A-S-I-A. If you can't edit your own video, like, amazingly, okay, you're not going to make a Hollywood production, but it's going to be pretty darn fabulous. If you can't edit your own video in Camtasia, find somebody else to do it. But I'm telling you, easy peasy like pumpkin pie. And Amy and I have had our heads in that so that we can get these training videos together, right? Okay. So all of that said, last week, man, doing that Money Monday, woo, did it open the floodgates. My phone rang off the hook last week. Fantasia, awesome movie, yes. And is Gypsy Nana, if somebody sees Gypsy Nana before I do, you give me a shout out, just tell me, hey, I saw Gypsy Nana, because I really do have to thank Gypsy Nana. She sent me a very kind, beautiful, generous gift over the weekend. I'm still kind of speechless about it. But also, that said, that's a yes or no question. Akona, I am not answering yes or no questions. That is the last time I'm saying it this morning. Okay, although that's a neat name, Akona no Mbembe. Okay. Yes, there's a newsletter that I never send out. You can subscribe to it. I am going to get better about that though this week. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is I am going to do the Zodiac Tarot readings this morning, but in the interest of time, I'm going to divide the Zodiac signs into their elements. And so the first one we're going to start with are fire signs. And I have to believe that you know if you're a fire sign. I hope so. If not, they're, oh lordy. Sagittarius, Aries, and give me a second. I'm even forgetting myself this morning. Hold please. Hold please. Really? Somebody tell me. I have to look it up. I don't know why I'm forgetting. Fire signs, where are you? Goodness. Nope. Leo, thank you. How can I not remember Leo? Thank you very much. Okay. So, so all of that being said, I'm going to do this in groups, and we're going to start with the fire signs because I don't even know what was going on last week, but I'm telling y'all that Money Monday, that triggered a bunch of y'all to make some serious change and make some really brave moves. It's cool. It is absolutely cool because when the bonds come off, when you're not shackled like this anymore to whatever it was you thought you were shackled to. Oh, thank you, Mary Murph, right? Aries, Leo, and Sag. Thank you. Fire signs. So this is the Leo tarot reading, the Sagittarius tarot reading, and the Aries tarot reading. And this specifically has to do about money. Okay? Whatever your fears are about money, your blocks are about money, whatever you have in your head and your heart about money this morning. But please do yourself a favor. Do not under any circumstances ask yourself a yes or no question. Let me give you a case in point. I have a very dear friend whose husband has been in the hospital. He's coded like 5 times in the last 3 weeks. Nobody is even, no doctor can figure out why when he's very heavily sedated. He's super sick. I mean, literally been on his, bouncing back and forth between worlds for a month, a total month, and coded that many times in just a few weeks, up to and including over the weekend. And no one can figure out why this old boy can, when he's not busy coding and he's super heavily sedated, the minute he hears his wife's voice, his eyes pop open and he can't talk because he's trached, but he'll nod his head and blink his eyes and wink. He'll squeeze her hand. He is as much in his body as the man in the moon. So let's say in that, for instance, she called me and said, is he going to die? The answer to that is yes, we're all going to die, but it's not really dying. It's crossing over. That's a whole story for another time. But the specific question would be, will he die from this? Will he die from that? Will he die by such and such a time? Not work I do, by the way. I don't predict things like that. But what I'm saying is, you've got a fire hand has a long palm and short fingers. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm guessing, Don, you're pulling that from palmistry or hand analysis. That's kind of cool. Okay, so what I'm saying, y'all, is when you will ask a specific question, it will help you to get to the heart of your matter. And the insight that it will give you for yourself is so much more valuable than me saying yes or no. Because if I say yes, or any reader just randomly says yes, what does that mean exactly? What, yes to what exactly? Or no to what exactly? That makes no sense. I'll give you another case in point. A friend of mine needed a business loan. So when all those government loans came out, she applied and promptly got turned down. There was no reason for that. But I kept seeing, you're going to get it, you're going to get it, you're going to get it. And finally I was like, okay, well, maybe because it said, I know you want it and I love you and I want you to have what what you're wanting, so on and so forth. Maybe, let me just flip some cards and make sure I'm not getting in my own psychic way. So I flipped some cards, and doggone it, didn't it show, yes, she's getting that loan, but there's work to be done. We couldn't figure out what that meant. Well, guess what? About 3.5 weeks after she was denied, a letter pops up from the lending institution that reads, we've taken a second, no joke, we've taken a second look at your account. Please send us XYZ paperwork so we can reconsider. She sent XYZ paperwork. 4 days later, they were approved for this loan. So that's why I'm saying, even with my spidey senses, even with the cards, it wasn't being made clear to me what the extra work would be that would then give her this loan. And then we knew after the fact, right? So it's important that you ask the questions that will give you the insight into who you, what is really happening for you, or what is really happening around you. Also equally important. Okay, so for the fire signs, here we go. Whatever question you have about money, whatever concern, whatever block, whatever trauma, whatever disbelief, whatever, hold it in your mind and your heart. Okay, fire signs, listen here. The Queen of Pentacles inverted, which is the bear inverted. Okay, listen up. For you fire signs, what's so fascinating is you all are usually like crazy brave, fools rush in, that kind of thing. It's not really in your nature to be afraid or not step into the seat of your power. But for those of you that are fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, something is going on. Something is going on with you where you are not. This is only as regards money, finance, abundance, money. Okay, this is a money tarot reading. You can call it a career tarot reading because you get your, obviously, supposedly, unless you're independently wealthy, in which case, call me. I'm teasing. We're going to get our money from a variety of ways. Most of us, it's career or job or whatever, or invention or whatever. You might be on alimony, you might be on assistance, you might be on whatever. But there is some kind of something, that you just, it's like I hear you fire signs saying a version of, well, I would be happy if just this happened. Or it would be better if just this happened. I don't know that that's the right thing for you. I don't feel like, well, it's not. And I'll tell you why. Can one of you, Sabu, I'm sure you're a very good person. Please, I'm sure you're a very good person. But no, I'm not answering that question. This is about money, not about relationships. Okay. Can one of you that this is resonating with, that's a fire sign, can you just please say resonating or yes or something? And not that I want to use you as an example, right? Like I don't want to call you out, but the point being is that when we really have our heart set or our mind set on one thing that's up here, and then we say, but if just this happened, I'd be happy. That's not true. That is not a truth. And the why isn't okay? What is blocking you? What is creating fear in you? What's happening that you are not okay with just stepping into the full seat of your power as the Queen of Pentacles, right? So you got to turn the card around. And so oh, there you go, Cheryl. Okay. Heavily influenced by a fear that your ex will come and take it all. I have developed a pattern of giving it all away. What steps can I take to heal that? Okay, thank you. Great question. The obvious one, and I promise you, Cheryl, I am not being flip. The obvious one is to get past your fear of your ex coming to take it all from you. Because at this point, the energy that I'm feeling around it is literally, unless he showed up with a gun to your head and asked you to drain it out of the bank or your reserves or wherever you have your money, he cannot get to your money. So I'm unclear why that is a fear. Let me just pull a card for you on that. How can you get past? What is the animal? What is the animal or the tarot card that Cheryl can use? Not use, but get in better, deeper relationship with to get past the healing. So it sounds like the healing is a couple of different things. Let's start with the fear of the ex. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Truly, Cheryl, listen here. Listen here. So the Firefly, which is the Six of Wands, and for those of you just joining us, I read from my own Arc Tarot and Oracle deck, which is a shamanic animal themed tarot deck and based on the Rider Waite Tarot system. Okay. Okay. You know, just psychically, this was not the obvious answer that came to me. So Cheryl, let the spirit animals have come to you in the form of Firefly, and the Six of Wands is about shining your inner light. It's about stepping into your own brilliance. I would encourage you to know that your fear is not about your ex-husband coming to take it all. I would say that your fear surrounds you stepping into your own glory. And I keep hearing the word glory, 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 glory. Thank you, Cherry. That's very nice of you to say about the arc. I wonder if you don't, or if there's something in you that worries that you'll be able, I keep hearing sustain, sustain, sustain. And I wonder if there's a part of you that is afraid that when you step into your own glory, you create wealth or make whatever money you want to make, that you won't be able to sustain it. Not because the ex would come for you, but because you wouldn't be able to sustain it. I also keep hearing the word vulgar. Subhu, listen to me for the last time. Your energy seems like a nice person. You've asked 4 or 5 times. I will get to you as I get to you. These are free readings. Back off. That's the last time I'm going to say it. And that's the nicest way I'm going to say it. Thank you. Okay. So that said, I could ignore you, by the way, which is even less polite than saying back off, just so you know. Anyway, I just keep hearing, Cheryl, wherever you are, I just keep hearing that somewhere in your earlier days, you were taught or told it's vulgar to want money or talk about money. There's some kind of vulgarity around the subject of money. And I've never heard that before for anybody in a reading. Ever, 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 ever. And so there's something about that I would encourage you, if you would heal. And and shining your light has to do with it. Because what's also interesting, Cheryl, is I get that you are confident in your own abilities. That's super cool. So that is, yeah, I hope that helps. So other fire signs, I really hope that helps. So does anybody else have, any other fire sign, have a question that is about money, about a fear about money, why you don't have it, why you haven't been getting it, why you can't keep it? Hey, good morning, Nikki. Anything like that? Anybody got a question? Okay, y'all, listen. I'm telling you, there is something going on with y'all fire signs today, because I just pulled a random next card for the rest of you fire signs, and here we go. It's the oyster, and it's got a pearl in it. This card is, well, it's a number of things exactly, and it doesn't necessarily mean for everybody that the world is your oyster, because it's also very much about working in groups, right? Oysters are, you find them in these big clusters, and it's very much about sticking together, working in groups, and everybody having each other's back, because the oysters go 180 degrees around their cluster, and they have a warning system when people are coming to dive for them or take them. They'll open up and they'll hiss at you, and it sends it. Long story, I know a lot about oysters, but that said, oh, there you go, Cheryl. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get to the rest of you fire signs about this oyster, but in response to what I told Cheryl that I was getting psychically was, I keep hearing that you were taught money is vulgar, and I've never, ever, ever, all of the years I've been reading, I've never had that word come up. And she writes, yes, there is a childhood thing around money being dirty. I grew up a pastor's kid. Okay, right there, honey. Right there is where you go. The seat of money being vulgar or being dirty, that's the thing. But see, that's only part of the story. People mistakenly quote the Bible as money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of jack. The love of money, the obsession with money is the root of all evil. That's what it quotes. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm not preaching that. I'm just saying that's what it quotes. But your ex does have power through the courts, though, yes. I don't know what that means, but Cheryl, I keep hearing that as like a fool's errand. It would serve no purpose. It would serve no purpose. And besides, I don't get it. It just doesn't serve any purpose. I don't get it. But here we go. Oh, Cicely, that's a great question. Okay, so for you fire signs, because this is the tarot reading for Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. We started with the Queen of Pentacles inverted, and now we've got the oyster with the pearl in it. So here's the story, y'all. Okay. I wonder how many of you truly believe that the world is your oyster. Like we've talked about for some weeks now, not I want, I need, I wish. Not I want, I need, I wish, I choose. Not I want, I need, I wish, I choose. Let me tell you guys something. Oh, God, it's so cool texts and phone calls and just messages on Facebook and whatnot. Even people just dipping their little toe into the water of I choose, because that's, for some of us, especially for women, that can be, good morning, Georgie, please don't knock my water over again. That can be a tough thing to say, I choose. And you don't have to say it with that attitude, right? Like, me in an ice cream store, ooh, I choose that one, right? It's like pure ecstasy, pure joy, right? Okay, but what I'm saying is, something triggered for some of y'all last week with the I choose thing. So going back to the question about sabotaging my financial goals. Cicely, I don't know if you're a fire sign. This these tarot card pulls right now are for fire signs. It doesn't mean that you can't get your own message from this, even if you're a water sign or an air sign or um, um, an earth sign. It doesn't mean that. And if it makes sense to you, that's cool. But this is the thing. The world is really your oyster, so on and so forth. So it's the block. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep up with these chats. I don't even know why I do these readings and talk about. You guys are way smarter than I am. I just, you know what? I'll just fire up my stream and just sit here and I'll ask y'all a question and then just read everything. It'll be like a free class for me in the morning. I'm so grateful for every one of you. You guys are truly, truly, truly wise. And I'm telling you, every one of you are making the world a much better place every single moment. I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. I'm going to get all choked up. Truly, I wish you could. Karen! Kareen. I always call you Karen. How are you? How are your little horses? How are your horse boxes? And do you still have your carp? There's my question. Okay, so that my money equals problems. Aha, Lily, there you go. Okay. It's not I can, I will, I am. Amy, it's I am. Whatever you're talking about, Amy, it's I am. Not I can, not I will, I am. The great I am. Okay, so here's the story, y'all. Oh, Cicely, you're a Leo. Okay, so here's the story. You know, we equate humble, generally speaking. There's always a money element to it, whether you know it or whether you don't. Case in point. Oh, I have had a raspberry seed in one of my wisdom teeth for a couple months now. And it's a person. It was a person. Well, I'm sure there's still a person, but every stinking time, because this person has done nothing but want to engage me in drama. I don't do drama. The first sign of drama, I'll give it about that much of an inch, and then we're done. And I mean done. I'll warn you. I'll ask you not politely not to. I might even ask you politely not to again and try to work through things with you. But when you keep insisting, you are gonzola, because that opposite behavior from someone is bullying and it's manipulation. And I'm not about that. I don't allow that into my life. I'm not talking about me this morning. This is not a mama bear therapy session. What it has to do with is this actually goes back to the question about the financial, why do you keep sabotaging yourself? Well, because, okay, here's the story. So this person, no matter what, they had to bring up how much money they paid me for something. We worked through it once. I asked them, did you expect this for that money? No. Did you expect this from that money? No. Well, can you see when I read this from you? It seems, yes, but I was just mad. Okay. Well, are we clear about that subject? Yes. Doggone it. They couldn't help themselves, because you see, money to other people, if you allow them to treat you this way, when people treat you crappy at a job, when they treat you crappy in a relationship, when somebody dangles money over your head or tries to block you in or pen you in or hem you in, and y'all, I even mean yourself, about money, that no one ever, well, that's not true. I have had other business people say to me, well, you know, if you just do this financially or talk to this person about this way in finances or whatever, well, you've got them on the hook. What? What? Why would I want to do? We're done here, right? Okay, but money is used as such bait. And what happens when a fish goes after, or any animal goes after, false bait, even not knowing any better? They end up in somebody's fry pan. They end up with their head on some jack ASS, a lot of S's wall, right? Okay, don't take the bait. So what I did was, I said in my head, ding, 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 there was the fourth and fifth time, and I refunded that money. Thank you very much. It's been lovely knowing you. Don't contact me again unless you have another concern about money. And then I mixed a Frappuccino. Because here's what I'm saying, y'all. Money is not really what you want. I promise you. It's what money does for you. It's the freedom that it gives you in your mind. It doesn't really give you that freedom. You've had that freedom all along. All along. Yes, we have to eat. Look at me. I love to eat. Yes, we have to have a roof over our head. I love my home. Yes, blah, blah. I get it. Financially responsible. Like, I get it. But in fact, to actually live, you don't have to have a roof over your head. There are a lot of people that all over the world that don't live in a house. They live in a yurt. They pop up branches wherever their tribe migrates to. That's the life they know. That's the life that makes them happy. That's what they got. So really, at the end of the day, for any of us to release ourselves from financial sabotage or this or that, we have to realize that we're free to begin with, and the money is not what's going to make us free. It's the luxuries, not even luxuries, it's the things that it can buy that you choose to have in your life. Not that you need, not that you want, but that you choose to have. So I'm telling y'all right now, the world is your oyster. It's a real thing, fire signs. Okay, I hope that was helpful to all of I hope that was helpful to all the fire signs. Let me move on. I'm going to Earth. Here is the tarot reading for... Somebody tell me what the dang Earth signs are. I'm having a total brain fart this morning. Taurus, Capricorn, and... Which one of y'all is immovable? What is it? Taurus, Capricorn, and... Y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just did this crazy, crazy deep dive into zodiac signs this weekend. You'd think I could remember this craziness, and yet. Sweet Jesus. Taurus, Virgo. I don't know. Here's the weird thing. I always think of Virgo as an air sign. That's my problem. Thank you, Mary Murph. Okay, so... Okay, I keep hearing this. Does one of you out... I have got to bring this up. Is one of you out there working on an invention? Like, you've got this thing where you're like, God... Either it's in your mind, or you might have even moved forward a little bit making it, not manufacturing it yet, but making it. But I keep hearing that one of you out there has an invention that you're sitting on, an invention that you're sitting on, an invention that you're sitting on. And you've got to, you've got to, you've got to do something about your invention. It really does have legs. It really does have legs. Okay, Earth signs. Here we go. Here's a tarot reading for Virgo, the Taurus tarot reading, and the Capricorn tarot reading for this week. This is all about finance. So whatever is on your mind about money. Wow. Oh, Lisa and Dawn, really? Okay, listen. Really? Mary Margaret, your husband is an inventor? Wow. Okay, listen, y'all. Lily, I love that phrase. S-storm. That's one of my favorite phrases. Okay, listen up, y'all. This is so crazy. You saw me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. A star came. Let me just show you the card. This came up. Star card, polar bear. I was like, really? I don't know. I wasn't 100% seated in the card for the earth signs. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle again. Dang it, this didn't come out again. All right, let me just, for fun, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. This actually fell out of the deck onto my desk. Okay, listen. I don't know if y'all are seeing... Okay, let me... Earth signs, I'm going to talk to you about the stars in 2 seconds. But You all that are resonating this with the invention thing, this may be for a number of you. But I'm telling you right now, if you, this is for people that know in their gut of their gut of their gut, they know that this thing has legs. And that might actually mean that whatever invention you have has real legs on it, like a, I don't know, whatever would need legs to stand it up. And or it's just please, 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 like it's like the universe is crying out, please, please invent it. Please start down that path. Please do your thing. It's an invention. I'll give you for instance, when I was a kid, I had terrible acne, like cystic, horrible acne, no joke. It was horrible. I used to get these awful, awful, just thousands of them, blackheads on my nose. So my mom had a small beauty salon, like literally one chair in one end of our trailer. It's this whole hilarious long story. How she also went to, I'll tell y'all another day, but she used to wax people's eyebrows. And one day we were talking or something, and she said, well, you know, to get rid of those blackheads, just go grab a washcloth and the heat, put it on your nose. The heat will open up the pores, and then you can just, clean your nose. That'll be a lot easier. Because I was always walking around with this red inflamed nose because I was always picking at it. Gross, I know, but this is a real thing. So one day she was at work, which she always was, and I went into her beauty shop. Now y'all is 16 years old. And I'm looking at her wax thing on her desk, and I thought, well, wait a minute. If heat opens up pores and she puts this junk on people's faces to rip their eyebrows off, I wonder if I put it on my nose, would it open my pores and rip the stuff that's in there out? So I tried it. Burned myself. Y'all, if you've never had waxed eyebrows or anything else, it hurts. It hurts. It's hot. But you know what? When I let that wax harden and I pulled it up, it was better than a Biore strip. I begged my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm telling you, we didn't have any money. What did we know from patents, all that kind of thing? And sure enough, later in life came Biore strips, right? Revolutionary. The lady that created Spanx. It's a great story. This lady from Houston that created Spanx. She's a gajillion, bajillion, zillions there. So I don't know what this is about. Oh, it's Hops. Hey, Pearl, it's Hops. She is snoring up a storm. Whatever this is about invention, I'm just going to leave it for y'all right now. I'm going to do your invention thing if you know in your gut that it'll help. Okay, let me go back to the earth signs. And then I got to get to the water signs and the air signs. Okay, listen. Lily, I'm sorry your mom said that to you. Dang. Ooh, Dawn, you're a Gemini. Yikes. I'm teasing. I love you, Dawn. There's a theme going on today, y'all. You can't plan this stuff. People, earth signs can get so rooted to the earth, it can be really tough for them to quote unquote reach for the stars. But actually, for those of you that are earth, here's why I'm doing the RCA dog thing. I'm literally hearing, I literally have a polar bear speaking in my ear for the first time. Meaning, when I hear animals, each animal has its own timbre to its voice. And I'm very accustomed to speaking to grizzlies and Russian brown bears, or European brown bears. I know them. They've got a deeper, more tenor, more bass tone. I am very surprised to hear polar bear has almost it's not quite a bass, but it's not quite as high as a tenor. And they're a little bit quiet, meaning they're just a little bit soft spoken. Wow, you saw it here first. Holy cow. Okay, here we go. Something about y'all earth signs. whatever this thing is that you're choosing about money. So like earth signs, take a second and stop. Just stop what you're doing and really center. And ask yourself what it is that you really are choosing in regards to money. Now, if you're having a struggle with money, you have chosen that. People don't like to hear that. I don't like to hear it when I say it to myself. But it is incumbent upon you. It is incumbent upon you to look at what you're choosing, stay grounded, and then make sure that you reach for the stars. But in reaching for the stars, it's not as simple as that. It is almost like, no, it's not almost like, it's exactly like. There's a myth, there's a legend, there's a story connected. Like, I don't know if I announced it yet. Not that y'all will care, but it's a big deal to me. I finally became a trademark. I had to become a trademark. It's a whole long story about products and Amazon, whatever, but I finally became a trademark, which is Brave Ursus, which means brave bear, right? And it's all predicated on my bear story, the whole 9 yards. But you're welcome for Money Mondays. I love you too. Oh, it's actually... It's not a kitty, Margaret. It's a big fat Chihuahua. She's part Chihuahua and part pot-bellied pig. But I'm glad you love that, because there's nothing I can do to stop her. So that said, I chose that trademark for many, many reasons. But I love the story of Ursa Minor and Ursa Major. I just love that story. So for those of you that are earth signs, whatever is going on with you with money, what you're choosing, and if you're choosing to have blocks or you're choosing to have things that you don't like, just redirect your process and choose something different for yourself, something better for yourself. Stay very grounded, but almost like look to the stars in terms of something there is going to stimulate you, some story, some myth, some legend, and it's really going to resonate with you. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Moving on. And again, my apologies, you guys. I do have to stay. I can only stay till 10. I got a meeting right after, and it couldn't be rescheduled. I had to take their time. Okay. This is for the air signs, which are Scorpio from Missouri. So, this is for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Your air signs. Libra tarot reading, Aquarius tarot reading, Gemini tarot reading. Okay. This is, thank you, Lily. I appreciate y'all helping me out on that. Okay, y'all, this is interesting. So Donkey has come out for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And let me just say, I know a number of astrologers who really do think of Aquarius partially as a water sign. And some of them think that it should be the fourth water sign, because the waters of life that flow out of her jug, right? Okay, but here's the story. Oh, I've been an ass, Lily. It's actually not about that. So what I'm getting for this, for you all air signs, I would do a key card for him to do a key card. Oh, I did tell him I would pull the donkey card for him. That's funny. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I remember that now. I swear this was totally random. Totally random. Haha, that's funny, but here's the story, y'all. You know, donkeys are some of the most maligned and mistreated animals on our planet. And they are smart, and they are funny, and I live for the day that no animals are maligned, but donkeys. Anyway, y'all, I keep hearing for the air signs that there's something regarding money that people on the outside of you are trying to make a fool of you, and that it's time for you to stand your ground, even if that means with yourself. Now, if there's a reason that people that have livestock get donkeys and put them in the corrals or the pens or the whatever, because they are amazing protectors. They're sweet and they're funny and they're all kinds of things. But if you've never seen a donkey go after something, they're horrifying. I mean, horrifying and relentless, and much stronger than you might imagine. Much stronger than you might imagine. And they will flat mow you over. And I'm telling you, donkeys can be fierce. So I think I'm a little bit mystified for you all. Air signs, your zodiac signs that are air signs. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what those of you that are on the feed right now in this, I'm not sure what is going on with you all that are air signs, but I just feel like, let me just say it, somebody's trying to make an ass out of you. It really is a literal interpretation, and they don't think that you see it or that you're smart enough to see it, and none of those things are true. The other part of this that I'm hearing for you, air signs, is that you are a beast of burden at the moment, but I really am feeling it from outside of you. Like there's something or someone that is putting a lot of pressure on you to carry their load. Carry their load. Is this making any sense with any of you air signs this morning? If you're an air sign, and this is making sense, write air yes, and then I'll know it's you. Or write your zodiac sign, I'll know it's you. But here's the story. Yes, okay, restless. Oh lordy, you got more stuff going on? That's craziness. Okay. There you have it. Whatever is okay. Let them think what they want to think. But you do have to draw a boundary. When you've had enough, tell them you've had enough. Now, I have never observed donkeys giving a warning. I've observed horses giving a warning. If a horse has had enough of your stuff and nonsense, they'll toss their head, they'll stamp their foot, they'll snort. They're very likely to turn their rump around to you. That is a big way that horses are like, I've had enough. They just turn their rump because their next line of defense will be to kick you into next week. I've never seen a donkey do that. A donkey will look at you and look at you and look at you and then reach out and bite you with a bite. Now, it's never happened to me because I'm not stupid like that around animals and never have been. But I have watched them take chunks out of people. Farriers especially. Those trying to clean their hooves. Oh, Lordy B. They will take a chunk right out of your arm or the side of your face. Or they... I saw a donkey once. Oh, this old boy was cleaning his hooves and he just took to teasing that donkey, and he wasn't being malicious. He just had a teasing personality about him. But that donkey didn't want to be teased. And I said, sir, I'm telling you now, please don't do that. Please don't. Wham! That donkey put its head down, got close enough right up under here and said, bam! And hit that old boy's head right up under that chin, knocked him ass end over teacup off, and cracked a tooth. It was fantastic. Okay. So, that being said, here's the story. Stop carrying other people's burdens. Let them carry them themselves. And if somebody's treating you like you're a jackass, you can fly below their radar as long as you want. But no good is going to come of it for you if there isn't a point at which you stand your ground. And that's it. Because there's something about money. Remember, this is only about money. What's keeping you from what you want, what fears you have, whatever this is blocking you from choosing what you want with finance, prosperity, abundance, and you've got to get it gone from your energetic sphere. Gosh, I hope that was helpful. Okay. Ooh, sweet bejeebus, I gotta go. Okay, here we go. Water signs. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. See, I know that one. All right, I am mentally making myself a hollow bone and removing myself from the equation. Oh, Dana, that's cool. Interesting. Capybara. Okay. So capybara is in the moms and babies part of the arc. It's in that. So anytime I see a moms and babies card, I'm alerted to anything that is mom, baby in your life, like something that you're nurturing, something that you want to breathe life into this world. And it might be a human baby. It might be another critter kind of baby. You might have a business, a new job, an invention, any of those kinds of things. But here's the story with capybaras. They're pretty chill. They can get along really with any creature. I mean, they are just truly, truly chill creatures. But I keep seeing the face of capybara for the water signs. Okay, y'all will have to look at Mama Capybara's face and see what you see. When she talked to me, when she popped up when I was asking all the animals to come out from wherever you are, if they wanted to be in the Arc deck, she was one of the last ones that appeared. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all. Okay, Brickell. That's a great question. You're a Cancer. How can you become more financially independent and get rid of the lack mentality? Right here, capybara. This is so important for you. Okay, listen. I can't believe I'm just now realizing this 4 years later. Okay, when this capybara showed up for the arc, to be in the arc, I looked at her face, and it was a tough day, y'all. For those of you that don't know, I spent the last some months of creating the arc and then through the Kickstarter and everything, sick as a dog. And I mean sick as a dog with all my autoimmunes. That was before they were diagnosed, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and I really was at the end of my already crazy frayed rope. And I was just so, it was a lot. But I will never forget the day this capybara showed up. I'm just now realizing it. The look on her face made me know that moms can always find it in themselves to go the extra distance, even when they're bone tired, they think they can't go on. And listen, those of us that are water signs, let's be honest, if someone else feels something at a 3, right, we feel it at a 15. So a lot of times we have to really remind ourselves how sensitive we are about things, and that things may not be as drastic or dramatic as we're making them. But that's what I'm hearing. And what I did, God, I cannot believe I didn't remember that till today. This is insanity. So y'all, water signs, for your tarot reading this morning with capybara as a spirit totem and power animal showing up, look at her face. And if that face registers pure joy, like that centered, yeah, it might hurt that they're nursing, but I'm the mom, and this is how things are supposed to be. That's what I felt in that moment. I felt the love for the animals and for you all that would be working with the animals. It just infused me that day. And I'm telling you, it was like somebody injected me with some miracle drug, and all of a sudden I was right as rain for like a couple weeks. Nobody could figure it out. But now I remember. Look, I'm getting all like wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Okay. Wow. Okay. I I I'm telling you, if you're a water sign and you're having issues, whatever your issues are around money, I would really encourage you to be clear about what you want to breathe life to into this world, even within inside of yourself, and find that place of that thing, whatever it is. Like, for instance, so I love watching MasterChef, right? I'm watching all the seasons that I never saw before. I am struggling with it though, because of all the meat that they serve, and lobsters and crabs, and let me move on. But my heart rips out of my chest every time one of those people say, I'm a fireman, but I've always wanted to be a chef. I am a stockbroker, but I've always wanted to be a cook. I've always wanted to work with food or be a baker or this or that. And the number of people that zig when their heart is telling them to zag is pretty astounding. So that's part of what this is for you all water signs. You've got to go to that place where you're so connected with your baby, the love of your life, whatever that means with money, that nothing else matters. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter how discouraged you are. It doesn't matter how, whatever you are, you've got to go to the place that makes you feel like a warm and comfortable and peaceful. I just feel like there's a whole bunch of you water signs out there that are in a state of flux, meaning your waters are rocky, like if it were choppy waters out in the ocean, that your waters are choppy right now. Waters are choppy right now. And I would encourage you that your water, you've got to choose for your waters to be not choppy. Oh, well, Brickell, this card then would have a double meaning for you, because moms are nothing if not teachers. Teachers are nothing if not moms, right? Okay, so what I'm saying is, oh, y'all, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. Oh, Lily, I missed it. I don't know what's amazing, but I'm sure it is. But email me and tell me what's amazing. I missed it. Okay. So, no blame, Pearl Carter. We're not blaming anything or anybody today. But the thing is you just got to choose. And I'm telling you, whatever you want to choose to change or get or have with money or get rid of about money, regardless, I'm telling you, regardless, you can do it. It may not be easy at first. I say this all the time. I come from poverty. Not just poverty, but poverty. And my sister does too. We've broken the cycle of poverty in our family. It could have been a lot easier for me. I'm hard-headed. I'm triple Scorpio. And, I just made things really hard for myself for a long number of years because I'm an idiot. But I'm not an idiot anymore. And so y'all, I'm telling you, I just really hope for you that you, I hope you choose this. I really, really hope you choose this. So, I love you all very much. I do. And I am excited for what you're going to choose, to do about your finances and your abundance. And I really hope this was helpful. I am back on the train. I will see you on Wednesday unless some weird hurricane comes through Florida. And I will see you on Wednesday. I am seeing you on Wednesday, and it'll be the regular hour and a half that we normally do. And if you all have suggestions for anything that you want me to cover on Wednesday, please put it in the comments below, or send me an email. Just if you've got a suggestion about something, that you want to talk about that we haven't talked about, I can pull cards on, let me know, and I very well may do that. And so, many, many thanks to Amy and to Teapot. And as always, one of the most important things to do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. Bye, everybody.